Hey THL, we are back for our third segment of Salty Saturday, all broken up tonight.
Like we're saying,
And
makes it easy for YouTube, right? All planned.
yeah, I mean, we don't normally break up VODs into individual matches, but I mean, we could, and now it's easy. So yeah, we got Rogue JT from the Bad Hombres and Ham from Noob Central to wrap it up. And the Bad Hombres are down 6-9, so a win from Rogue would be huge here.
Yeah, that would be a very big deal, especially as it would be one of the first Hunter wins on stream. I think we haven't seen a Hunter win on stream. Salty Saturday so far, have we? This season?
I don't think we've seen Hunter, period.
Oh, well, hopefully the Hunter gets to show its face.
Yeah, there is a Hunter. So yeah, Rogue has brought Hunter, Mage, Rogue, and Shaman. And for those who might wonder why in the world are they bringing Hunter, well, HMRS it's Hombres.
Yeah,
Hombres.
it's the closest you can get.
Yeah, so Rogue's gone ahead and banned the Warrior of Ham, and that makes some sense because it's very good against Hunter and Rogue, which probably aren't banned. And Ham's got Mage, Priest, and Shaman up after the Warrior being banned, and has banned Rogue Shaman. So it's just Homber.
Yeah, and this is another case of this is the second series in a row where we've seen like a pretty standard lineup against a pretty not standard lineup. Oh, and right away we get to see the Hunter. In depends on what kind of mage this is, but if it's Reno mage, which it is, this is exactly the matchup that most hunters are going to be looking for.
Yeah, so this Hunter, it looks like it's geared toward these slower decks. There's Call of the Wild, which it was nerfed, and now it's back again. So yeah, this Hunter's definitely got longevity to it, and it can kind of squeeze the removals out of the mage.
Yeah, it's probably just going to drop big minions on curve and like just big cards on curve. I mean, you've got the Call of the Wild there, and I wouldn't be surprised at all because I'm assuming that this was made specifically with the intention of beating Reno Mage, and I would not be at all surprised to see even just a one of Flare in here.
That would be sneaky.
Yeah, just to get that quick hit through Ice Block. That used to be one of the classics was with the old mid-range Hunter and Hybrid Hunter Flare, and then mulligan for it against Freeze Mage to get the surprise win just out of nowhere.
Yeah, so double dispatch Kodo, man, people talk about that card so much. Looks like it's just Animal Companion.
Uh-oh, Huffer's bugged. This is a problem. That's not
well, it's good news for Rogue.
Yeah, so, I mean that's probably that is the best one in this situation.
Could just soften it up with Forgotten Torch. It seems like, I mean, this matchup should be bad for him, but between the Polymorph to deal with the high main and Reno, it can't be all bad. So not even the torch, just the ping.
I mean, he's going to want to close this out sooner rather than later. I mean, because if the game just goes arbitrarily long, then I think the Hunter's just going to win eventually because it's going to be running. I mean, it looks like this is an extremely heavy Hunter deck. It just is going to run too many threats. Oh, Barnes being drawn. That's a big deal.
Wonder what Barnes is trying to pull in this deck. Maybe High Mains, maybe Kindly Grandmothers. All these cards that just haven't been seen in forever.
If you're targeting mage, I would expect that we're not going to see maybe any 2-drops other than King Zealot potentially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, that's probably true because you got to make room for dispatch Kodos, and these things weren't run before. Seems
yeah, like... I mean these are interesting cards. Certainly, Forgotten Torch is going to take care of this Misha.
Yeah, I think there was room to just use the vendor, but gain the 4 health that you'd probably lose from the Misha again.
Well, in the case of the Kindly Grandmother, that's starting to lean maybe a little more towards the possibility that we're going to see something like an Azoth here out of this
It's possible. I wouldn't put it past it. These Hunter decks can get pretty crazy with Call of the Wild and N'Zoth. Definitely puts a number on Mage.
Yeah, that is a big late game. All right. So we've got this coming out. So Dispatch Kodo. It seems like I would have thought that the Kill Command Animal Companion would have been a little bit better, but maybe he's just trying. I think Rogue may very well just be trying to maximize damage, knowing that there's going to be a Reno at some point.
I think Rogue went face with the Eagle Horn Bow the previous turn, and I don't know, Ham found it pretty important to heal immediately, just to stabilize into Reno, potentially. Or just going to be the ping volcanic potion, which could have happened last turn. Would have been really good.
Could have. Yeah, that would have been a very strong play. And here, unless something better is drawn, which we'll see in a moment. Oh man, we're seeing...
Just goes full on taking this out.
Ham is very scared right now. He
just wants to completely stabilize and not have any potential to die. I don't think he was dead to anything if that had stayed up.
Oh, Ragnaros. Yep.
My God.
That is a good one to pull from.
Wow. Okay, so that forces the hand of Reno, where Ham would have really preferred to use Kazakus, I would think.
Yeah, and this is where, like, because there are a couple of ways that Hunter wins. One is just by outvalue, just completely outvaluing, just playing huge minions every turn and kind of grinding Mage out of the game. And the other one is just forcing them to put out an early Reno like this without even committing very much. I mean, he hasn't even committed a single high main or a single Call of the Wild board, and already Rogue is forced out a Reno.
Can't even ping the Ragnaros down, so I would there's the N'Zoth you mentioned, so I would imagine the Deadly Shot's going to pave the way for Ragnaros. Seems pretty good. I mean, there are other ways to kill it, but...
Yeah, we're going to see Dispatch Coda go face, and a Deadly Shot just to maximize the face damage. There was an argument there for Dispatch Kodo on the Reno and then following it up with the kill command, but I think that at this point Rogue is just trying to use all the damage possible, and just the turn after Reno already down to 13 again. That is just the worst feeling.
It's sad. There's no ability to use the potion that Kazakus could create. Blizzard's pretty good to try and go forward into that, though. Could even, if you want to get really brave, you could dirty rat Blizzard, but that's probably not the way to go.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is a very, very bold.
It sure would be good.
Oh, I mean, it would be good, but
you can't know that.
A very bold line of play. Now, if this were China, his teammates would be yelling at him to play the dirty rat.
Oh, he did it!
Oh, it looks like it went through. Oh man, all right, N'Zoth is out.
That's not what he expected from N'Zoth. Although the N'Zoth wasn't going to be really that great. It was only Kindly Grandmother so far. Oh wow.
Oh, right on curve, and this Huffer will actually be at 6 attack, so it'll be able to kill this.
Yeah, with 2 Leox.
Yeah, with 2 Leox. Maybe he doesn't see that. That's a little bit maybe.
Or maybe he just doesn't want to extend into the.
That's also true.
Potential.
Flame Strike would be pretty devastating here. Now, where this kill command is just going to go face.
Okay, so if there is Flame Strike, then Rogue can put him to 2 health. So, yeah, that kill command face is actually pretty smart with the Reno out of the way.
Yes, I would.
And Vendor.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. All right, so Kazakus, the dream potion here, I think, is deal 4 to everyone.
Plus armor.
And plus armor, yeah.
Okay.
He gets neither of those in his first try.
I don't think any of these are good, but if you had to choose, then the 5 damage might be okay.
I mean, it clears something, right?
Plus the freeze?
I mean, I think that's the best you can hope for at this point, yeah.
Yeah, so hope to freeze something that's not Leok. If you could just freeze things that aren't Leok. Or yeah, just go with the Frost Nova instead. Okay.
And ping the N'Zoth, maybe, yeah, that's what we're gonna see. Oh, this is still, even so, it is not a good situation to be in. That's gonna be 1 off lethal there, the quick shot.
I think you just hero power and quick shot in the face.
Yeah, why not? I mean, you get punished a little bit by Alexstrasza, but at this point, if they Alexstrasza, you just win anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
Right. Yeah, so now Ham needs to be healing, which won't be the case. There needs to be a Babbling Book type deal.
Oh yeah. Now
need to pray for double Babbling Book spells to bail him out.
Yeah. Now in a format like THL, one of the big advantages of running Hunter is your opponent has no idea what to expect, which I think is exactly, or like how to play around it, or how to play the matchup whatsoever.
Well, he sure did pull that N'Zoth out with the Dirty Rat, but it didn't matter.
Yeah, I mean that helped, but it did not do what needed to happen.
I think, well, there's really nothing for him because I think he could wrap up all the minions and have Dirty Rat up, but then he's still dead to hero power. So
Yeah, I think that
Doesn't work.
that's just gonna be game.
Yeah.
All right, well, it looks like I think this season now.
Hunter's got 100% win rate.
100% win rate on Salty Saturday. That's a pretty impressive statistic. I don't think any other class can say that.
I'd be happy if Hunter could come back in the meta. But
oh no, I mean, yeah, I would be all about it. I feel it's something like if they got Glaive Zuka back again. I mean, I guess no one really wants another deck
Pirate
that can
deck.
use the pirate package.
At that point, I
but...
think they would have nerfed it already.
Yeah, more than likely. All right, so we do see game 1 going to Rogue, getting the win with the Hunter, kind of the hard win, if you will, out of that. But now the road's a little bit easier for him. He does have the Mage and Rogue up against the Mage, Priest, and Shaman of Ham. So things look definitely getting that Hunter win definitely feels good. So no matter the result of this, I think Rogue has the moral high ground no matter what in this series.
Moral high ground. Yeah. So
I never thought I would say I would associate morality with playing Hunter, but
yeah, people are usually pretty harsh on the Hunter. I think Rexar's a misunderstood guy. I don't know if he hunts alone or not because he conflicts with his HOTS lines.
Yeah, I mean he looks and he looks like kind of scary, but then the things he says, he's not like. I mean, he says greetings, traveler. I mean that's a pretty neutral thing. Like he's not saying greetings, you damn bastard or something. He's being kind of nice about it.
Right,
or he's not just saying like hello in a sarcastic. Like Jaina, I can't. All of her voice lines are just incredibly sarcastic to me.
I'm a Medivh. I'm a Medivh player.
Yeah, oh, Medivh too. I mean, all the mage ones just kind of sound stick.
Khadgar, absolutely not a fan. Khadgar.
Well, Medivh at least like at the end he says like checkmate, well done or whatever when he concedes. So that's something. I mean, he tells you well done.
Yes, which you don't want to say that to your opponent all the time. So Rogue and Shaman. Rogue keeps both the prep and the eviscerate because they're a good combo.
Yes.
Against Totem Golem, what have you, and gets pirates on top of it. So pretty good.
Yeah, now one thing I think a side effect of running Hunter pretty much every week, I think, with the bad hombres is that a lot of them have much lower PRs than they probably actually are. So you can frequently get a little bit lower than where you maybe should be and start taking advantage of that. And we're seeing Rogue getting a very good Rogue opening.
Yep.
As is his.
That's all that's all at the expense of your team's points, though. Unfortunately.
That is true, unfortunately. But I mean, it's all about the principle of the thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
They're the most honorable team, I would argue. They just all Hunter all the time.
The bad hombres.
All right, so a pretty slow start coming out here from Ham. I mean, as slow as a Shaman can get. Playing this Lightning Bolt is over the Totem Golem. What do you think about that?
I would lean toward the Totem Golem. I don't think that the Totem Golem would have been dead to just the dagger and the small time, but I think you're fine with that.
I think that's better. I mean, at least you're.
I don't think that's what Rogue would have done, but you can't play around like questings and prep evises.
Right, and so here, yeah, we're just gonna see kind of a more patient dagger up because your opponent's overloaded, so you might as well. You can afford to play it a little slower.
Mm-hmm.
And so we are going to see this Totem Golem, but unbeknownst to Ham, things are gonna go a little bit poorly.
Yeah, I think he's just gonna go in on this questing.
And with this conceal too, that is also an option.
Might just use the Swashbuckler though, or no, probably the conceal. You don't want it to be dead to lava burst if you can avoid it. So yeah, makes sense.
That is true. Yeah, and that's a big questing right off the bat. Yeah, conceal.
Yeah, ruins everything for Auctioneer, but I mean, if you win the game before turn 6, you don't really care.
Yeah, and in this matchup, if you're Rogue, like you don't win here. You win kind of like this
yeah. More and more Shamans are playing a mid-range variant than they had before, but
even more damage coming in.
Yeah, you do this. You protect from Hex anyway. Devolve.
Ooh.
That's.
I mean, sure.
Okay.
Let's see what happens. We got a Wisp, and I mean,
Cabal
that's pretty good.
Now Rogue just sets up a 2-turn lethal unless this questing can get cleared, and
it cannot.
Without Lava Burst, he can't. So he's just dead unless he gets Taunt Totem.
Oh, 1 and 4.
Okay.
Oh, he gets it. Look at that.
Alive for now, but a single backstab or
Oh, not a
Fan
backstab
of
anymore.
Knives.
Oh, backstab for the other side. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, a backstab or even a sap. A sap would do it.
Sap, backstab, Fan of
Oh,
Knives. Yep,
there's
there's the sap. Okay.
Sapping the taunt totem for lethal. Why not?
Well, we've had weeks of sweeps like this on Salty Saturday. It could happen.
It could happen. Yeah, we could see the the mage get reverse swept. I mean,
The
it's not...
bad hombres are out for blood. They've been
Yeah,
they've been disrespected in the power rankings and by the community as a whole.
And they don't want to take anything from anyone anymore. They're done with that. They're coming out, they're showing that Hunter's the best, and they just want to prove to the world. All right, so we've got this mage left for Rogue, and it's almost certainly a Reno mage, right? I mean, it could be a tempo mage. It's plausible that it would be a tempo mage. We've seen a lot more of that recently.
Right. Yeah. So he left the priest up, left the shaman up too, though. So at this point, I think Rogue's just if this is Reno mage, which it might be.
Oh, it could be like an aggro freeze. I mean, with that Medivh's Valet, it's a potential.
Okay, double Doomsayer. So this is just straight up freeze mage.
Reno. Oh, it's a Reno freeze mage.
Whoa, with double. Okay, so it has some duplicates.
Yeah, I ran a deck like this actually this past summer, and yeah, that Cold Light Oracle. All right, this is kind of a blast for the past for me. I'm feeling some nostalgia here. Because I remember my Houdini, actually, I played my first tournament, and I got to the semifinals, and I was playing as Houdini, and we were playing a Freeze Mage Mirror. It was really intense and everything.
I bet.
And then all of a sudden, like, I get him down, like, I pop block first, and I'm like, yeah, all right, I have the advantage here. And then he played Reno, and I was like, oh, man, that is not what I was expecting. And then I lost the series on the back of that.
Wow.
So I have a low, and then I started playing that deck, and I mean it's better than you would think. I mean, because most of the decks like this only have about 8 or so duplicates, so it's not really unmanageable. Although,
whoa, that's not a freeze mage card.
Is it like a grinder control mage, maybe?
Oh no, I think it's fatigue mage. I'm a part of the Bad Hombres Discord, and I saw this deck.
Oh,
I'm gonna go look it up.
That's interesting.
Oh my god, I can't believe this is here.
All right. Well, I mean, oh yeah, because with the Bran and Elise, you can get double map in your deck. I mean, that's something.
Okay, this is not the deck I have in front of me, but it's very, very close. I think. I think that Rogue might have. This is information sharing, but it's okay because we changed the rules. I think he might have taken out the Youthful Brewmasters that Brunson was running with, and he might have tossed in Reno. Just a guess.
Oh, okay. Just for the because he could brewmaster the Cold Light back to his hand. I see.
Aha.
All right.
No
so
Shadow Step, but you know.
We may be in for a long one here.
I think Rogue's gonna do the Bran Cold Light combo. I don't know what else the Bran is in this deck for. Really.
I mean, it could be Bran Elise just to get more maps or something like that. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, we could just see Bran Cold Light.
Nope. Here. Oh, Babbling Book. Okay. So this just seems like some kind of fatiguey grindery mage thing.
Fatigue, grinder, value, just something like that. Why not?
Alright. I mean, these are cards that they'd probably put in their deck in the first place, so that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, those are one's a strong removal card, another's good draw. All right, so this Bookworm will maybe
now
come
pinging
down
a minion's an interesting choice. I guess he knew that the removal options were going to be about the same no matter what. Namely, this Flame Lance and Fireball.
No, that makes sense. All right, so Manic Soulcaster comes in hand. Are we going to see an Elise Manic Soulcaster? Maybe?
Your guess is as good as mine.
I'm not sure what to expect at all from this deck.
Rogue got plenty of options. Can draw with Arcane Intellect. Could play Elise then Arcane Intellect to try and draw the map even. That wouldn't be a misplay necessarily. But yeah, that ooze is pretty big.
Yeah, just Flame Lance away the 4/6. I mean, that seems perfectly reasonable.
Still pinging the face all the time.
Face.
Never the minions. We're not playing Hunter anymore, but I don't know. I guess I can see the reasoning, because this does seem like a Freeze Mage-esque deck, but you tend to rely on Alexstrasza to do some work.
Yeah, now this 4/7 is actually kind of difficult to for the mage to remove outside of a fire ping or something along those lines. Which I mean we do see, but that's a big commitment for a 2-drop or for a 3-drop rather.
Yeah, it's a very big commitment and it interrupts other plays. So yeah, just Elise. Torch maybe probably wants to save these cold lights for a rainy day.
Yeah, all right. So yeah, we are gonna see Fireball, Fire Blast.
Okay, yeah. So the 4/7 was threatening enough, which yeah, it thins the removal for the larger threats like Draconoid Operative off the top.
Yeah, and here we see like just kind of the same deal with the strength. Now, this is going to be a really confusing moment here. Well, no, actually, he already saw the 2 Doomsayers, so never mind. But I was going to say it could be really confusing if he saw the second Babbling Book already. Oh, Violet Illusionist too. That's a spicy card.
Amazing.
Amazing. So Rogue, I'm sure Ham was very interested to see what was in the deck. Okay, so now the pieces are coming together. The Violet Illusionist, the brand was used, so the combo's dead. Illusionist can still be good in Fatigue with these Cold Light Oracles.
Yeah, I mean you can force a lot of damage on your opponent, so there's that.
Yeah,
and you're putting more cards in your deck.
It's just that we have no idea when Rogue's Reno is active, but you have to imagine it's pretty soon, especially once some card draw actually gets played. Because I think Rogue might have to rely on it relatively soon.
Yeah, this is kind of turned into almost a Reno Mage versus Dragon Priest match, and we saw that match, how that match very easily goes early. So
yeah, and I don't know that Rogue's gonna get to Fatigue to abuse these Cold Light Oracles, or even. Yeah, so the question is, what duplicates is this deck playing? We saw 2 Doomsayers played already, and there are 2 Cold Light Oracles in hand. That Arcane Elect was produced by the Babbling Book. Okay, the Brewmasters are still here.
Oh. Oh, yeah, I mean, there are a lot of cards. Why not?
Blizzard's a very good draw. Unfortunately, the Secret got used before, so Medivh's Valet is kind of stranded.
Oh, and is that going to be 9 cards in hand? Blackwing Corruptor? There are
So
worse cards to...
It seems like Rogue's trying to set up for maybe some kind of Blizzard turn into Hopeful Reno if he's active. I mean, normally you'd assume that he's always active.
Right, but not in this
it's
situation.
just a mystery.
Man, I love games like this because I don't know if you were watching the Geico One Nation of Gamers tournament yesterday, but being an open tournament, the first round of those is always the most entertaining because you see just the weirdest decks.
I bet.
That's kind of what I feel like we're getting here. I mean, you saw Razorfen Hunter played in an actual tournament game along with River Crocodilisk, so you never know what you're gonna get. And similarly here with the Bad Hombres, you never know what you're gonna get.
Yep, just good beasts. Those.
Are we gonna see Shatter get some value here?
Yeah, you gotta shatter that Emperor.
There we go. All right, I mean, Shatter to kill an Emperor Thorson. That seems pretty good.
Good deal.
It was
so
essentially
Ham has a completely cheap hand now and can abuse it. Holy Nova seems great, just to heal this board to make Flame Strike more difficult. And Priest, that's an unusual inclusion along with the Potion of Madness. So this is kind of more anti-aggro build. It seems like it's got some of that sprinkled in.
Yeah, it definitely does seem that way.
So this Iceblock gives Medivh's Valet, or no, Medivh's Valet was, no, he's there. What am I saying?
Yeah, he's now active. All right, 2 minions removed this turn. Actually, not. I was about to say things are really looking like they're going downhill for Rogue, but he's actually he's making this look like more of a game.
The Reno is active. We've gotten word.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So it was the
So turns out-
Frostbolt that finally did it. It's nice to get this information because we have no idea.
Yeah, we at least kind of know what we're dealing with.
That's so funny.
It's kind of interesting seeing. I mean, it seems like Ham is really, really wary of playing out this Ysera, which I would think you'd want to push that out as soon as possible.
Yeah, I would think so too. So wow, the Drake gets played, which is great news for Rogue with these Cold Light Oracles. Is he just going to wait for the block to get popped in Reno? That's usually what you can do.
I mean, yeah, just to get maximum value. That seems like a good plan of action. There's not actually any there's no ability to pop as of right now for yeah, there's no ability to pop here.
Yeah, you saw the Holy Nova get used and the Blackwing Corruptor get burnt, so I guess not that the Holy Nova would have done it, so
that's true. All right, now does Rogue's deck run a polymorph? Do you happen to have the knowledge?
I don't know, and I've also noticed something. So I've got a Trackabot enabled.
Mm-hmm.
Ham is playing a Reno Dragon Priest for sure.
Oh.
Only one of us played. There's some different inclusions like Priest of the Feast, Doomsayer, just Ysera straight up in the deck, Excavate Evil, Entomb, Dragonfire Potion. This has been a Reno deck all along on the other side.
Oh, that's sneaky. Oh, we see an Entomb possibly for this Reno. Maybe. Now, what do you think? Because Ham just favored doing nothing over playing the Ysera. When is he that scared of not having dragons in his deck? Do you think, or in his hand?
That might be it. But I don't know what else is left in the deck that relies on the dragons. We saw Blackwing Corruptor get burnt, and we saw Bookworm used, and Twilight Guardian played, Wyrmrest Agent played, and Draconoid Operative too. So what's left that relies on it? Okay, one Reno's burnt. If the other Reno gets burnt, that's huge. Which, it's a 1 in 4. This is... Okay, Kazakus is great too.
Oh, Kazakus getting... That is a very big deal.
Now, it's... So Rogue had to put the Reno back into his deck. I was thinking that the Cold Light might be the aim. But...
Yeah, I mean, I guess... Reno's okay. You probably, maybe in this match, Cold Light might have been a little bit better, but I think it's totally...
I think he can just kill with the burn, so it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, he has enough burn that he can make
assuming there's an Alexstrasza and the other Reno gets burnt.
Yeah, that's true.
So now Rogue has Excavate Evil in his deck, which...
Ooh, Deathwing could.
It's good for fatigue, but it's not useful for much.
Oh, and that polymorph is actually a big deal. That it's in the deck for Rogue because it can deal with either this if this Deathwing gets played or a Ysera.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if you said was this Ysera off a Netherspite Historian or was that?
I think it was just in the deck.
It was just in the deck, huh?
But maybe it was off Netherspite. No, wait, that's where the Deathwing came from.
Oh, right. Oh, and because it's Reno, there's only
yes,
one of each one. Okay. All right. So second Reno drawn. So a little bit of crisis averted there for Ham.
I wonder if there was just reason for Rogue to just play out the Violet Illusionist because the Cold Lights are dead. When is it going to be more than a 4-3?
I guess if you find yourself in fatigue where your opponent can't remove it, I guess is about the only situation I can think of.
Right.
Here it looks like it's swung back. This has been a very back and forth game. Actually, I'm pretty happy that we got to see this one. Because I mean, I think that the advantage, because I mean, I would set up until maybe this point the advantage was kind of firmly in the hands of Rogue, but now it seems like it's creeping a little bit more back to Ham. So I think these last few turns, or these last few turns that there are going to be cards in deck are very, very for both players. Just like they have to be played very meticulously.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems to favor Ham on the one hand in terms of the cards that are left, but in terms of fatigue, it's all on Rogue. So Rogue just has to slowly deal with everything. one at a time, which, I mean, the removal's running out, but he also has the second Reno, so it's tricky.
Yeah, but now with that dream off the Ysera, the Ham now has the ability to Reno and then do the dream to get it back to hand.
Yeah, wow, that's pretty huge. Can also get the upgraded hero powers in place, so yeah, Ham's able to stave off fatigue really well.
Yeah, so
Shifting Shade seems like it.
Yeah, Shifting Shade seems like the best.
He's gonna get milled though. Or no, he can't draw cards anymore. He has the room.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, he can draw whatever. All right, so Monkey, is it the time for Monkey?
I think Rogue seems to just be trying to milk this Flame Strike.
Yeah, I think that's smart, and he'll probably wait to Flame Strike, maybe even wait
until he has no cards left in his deck.
Yeah, before playing the Monkey.
Good thing the Golden Monkey was drawn though, because that would have really sucked if the
the Shade would have gotten that. Yeah.
Because then I think that Ham would be in the position where you just, if there ever it was a time where you'd play Reno, well, then you couldn't dream it before playing the Monkey, so it would get complicated.
Is he? Oh,
okay.
On another Spite rather than on Reno.
I mean, dragons are good.
I mean, yeah, there are a lot of good things that could potentially be picked up here. Nefarian is one of those really good options.
That's Dormu.
No, you should. That's true. If the situations were reversed and Rogue had the opportunity to pick Nozdormu, I'm pretty sure. Just that seems like a very bad Ombres thing to do.
Mm-hmm. So similar to last turn, if Rogue wants to, yeah, there's just not much reason for him to do anything.
Yeah, I mean he's not in fatigue. He can just wait to get full value out of this Reno, and then
the boards in Flame Strike range, they're not getting buffed anytime soon. He's not getting popped anytime soon, clearly. And even if he was, it wouldn't be a big deal because he just Reno.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Now there's not even enough room in the hand for Nefarian, so you just play Deathwing and it's fine. No.
Oh, there is actually enough room. Barely.
Yeah.
Just because he's not drawing cards.
Yeah, so Freezing Potion.
Effigy. Well, Effigy could be good, maybe, but Freezing Potion.
Mm-hmm.
Just stave off.
Oh, there's another Brewmaster left.
Oh, now that's big.
Oh my god. And he could... there's no need to use the Frost Nova even at this point. That can just be a legendary if he wants. Or just a stall, because fatigue is his advantage at this point, so...
Yeah, I mean, your Reno, get it back to your hand. I mean, that's... playing 3 Renos in one game is pretty good.
It's good that the Violet Illusionist wasn't played before then, because now it might be the only legendary that Rogue gets. The other cards are pretty good.
Oh, it looks like it's not the time for Reno yet. I mean, I guess you can Reno when... you have nothing left.
Yeah, because he can both Reno, Brewmaster, and Frost Nova all in one turn.
That's a very good point.
He gets maximum healing.
Oh, he could have popped lower there. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because he knows that
there's another Reno.
Yeah, but slight nitpicky thing.
Seems like the Priest of the Feast could have been worth a lot more. In terms of healing, there's a Freezing Potion, Potion of Madness, Effigy. This Priest of the Feast could have meant a lot post-Reno. Or pre-Reno.
Yeah, that's true. Alright, so Rogue is back to full health now. Only gonna get hit by 1 fatigue damage right here. And meanwhile, taking 4 damage is Ham. So he's just going to use his upgraded hero power to negate that for now.
I would think he'd Shadow Word Pain the Brewmaster or use some spell on it.
Maybe he's not expecting the Flame Strike for a reason. Yeah, it appears so. Well, this is going to be a very, very strong Flame Strike.
Yeah, definitely. And Rogue waited long enough to the point where the Shifting Shade gets no card whatsoever.
I am very impressed with how patiently Rogue has played the game.
Yeah, seriously, Rogue is no joke. He is an awesome 5-seed player, and he's probably spectated Brunson playing this deck. And wow, the Priest of the Feast, it's actually taking priority over Ham's own face just for the extra healing.
I mean, now is this a Fireball Golden Monkey turn here from? Oh no,
Well,
you really want to get that last Reno, I think, and you've been this patient. You can afford to be patient for a little.
Rogue's gotta scratch his head
If you're
about what
Rogue.
that secret is.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
not.
you try to fireball it because you don't know how many spells they have that can continue to heal, but you assume that there's a few, and even one or two is a pretty big deal.
Right. Yeah, that seems like a good Fireball target.
Just what do you do if you're not? It's too soon for the second Reno. Okay.
I guess you're just gonna see him continue to be patient. 6 damage now on the fatigue for Ham. He is going to continue. Just
Ham needs to be careful in terms of sitting back on his Reno too, though, because I don't know if there's a good way to know how much burn that Rogue has used. Rogue has played one Fireball. I think something came off of a Babbling Book at one point.
Oh, and I think that I think that's probably the reasoning behind Rogue. Just to extend, like, just to get the lethal 1 turn earlier than he might otherwise.
Yeah. Yeah, so just using the freezing potion just to be extra safe. And now this forces Rogue to Reno, correct?
It should, yeah. I think you have
Because
to.
he'll take, well, any damage from the priest and he'd be dead. Which, I don't know how that would be.
Now, the question is yeah, I think you just continue. You've already, I mean, shown that you're in no rush to play the monkey.
Just continue pinging face because every one of these pings could add up to combining with the fatigue, even though the mage hero power is so inferior compared to the priest. So, is this the time to Reno, or do you just Blizzard heal your face? There was 8 damage taken, so you'd go up to
17.
20.
So yeah. Oh yeah.
So then you'd be alive unless there was 11 damage or more.
Right.
And 11 damage or more. Roaring Torch was used, so there's only Fireball, if anything.
That's
just hit. Is he gonna use the Dragonfire potion?
Maybe he's trying to kill the Reno faster with the Blizzard.
Could just be Blizzard too. Blizzard and then just heal your face. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Got pressured into the Reno, and then he can just heal up the Priest of the Feast.
Oh, he didn't have
loses
time,
which could be huge.
That could end up really costing him.
Because now it dies for free, but Rogue will find out about the effigy this way.
Yeah, that is true. And getting 4 back on an effigy, I mean, isn't the worst thing that could happen to you if you're Rogue. He should wait for that Fireball.
I don't think Rogue got much information about what secret it was. He's basically done nothing but play minions and ping face while that was up.
That's true. Yeah, there's no real way he could have known. All right, so Violet Illusionist or Fireball. I think that's the consideration here.
You can play both.
Just thinking. Yeah, I mean, I think that's.
Yeah, I think it's not. The monkey's not going to do anything. It has to come down to a minion being around. It seems like the Yeti can only kill one of the 4/3s. He could also Fireball and Monkey.
Yeah, that was the other play.
And just hope to get a huge legendary.
Yeah, that would be the play.
Okay, just continues to ping face because these numbers might matter.
9
and
fatigue.
The monkey's playable next turn. But the monkey immediately would have been pretty cool.
Yeah, 9 is a big number. that is a lot of fatigue to be taking.
Yes. Yeah, and the excavate evil can never be played. That's.
Oh yeah, you never play excavated evil here. I mean, it's
so
just
Hamstead in 3 turns even with the hero power. Is that right? Oh, he wants the 4/3. He doesn't trust the a random legendary being 6 or less mana. Tankmaster.
Oh, that's actually really big in the case if Deathwing comes down sometime soon. That Tankmaster could be,
Wait a
could be a
minute.
huge deal.
Does Violet Illusionist save you from fatigue indefinitely? If it's your turn?
If it's on your
Okay,
turn.
well...
Alright, Tankmaster is
Oh
gonna
my
come through
god!
big.
Is it the 5/5? No!
1/1.
He was dead anyway to the fatigue.
Yeah, but that's just
Because
the
he couldn't
game.
because he
Oh
couldn't
my
squeeze the
God.
heal in. So the Deathwing, he basically he was dead every
just
time
killed
by
him
playing the
instead,
Deathwing.
yeah.
Was there
Yeah,
any
he
way that he could have lived?
I'm...
Wait, couldn't he? He still had
Wow.
Blizzard, right? He could have just Blizzard Doomsayer,
Blizzard
or
Doomsayer
just
could have
even
done it.
Blizzard heal face. What? So as complicated and epic as that got at the end, it kind of got thrown.
Yeah, because that could have. I mean, I feel like not to be too critical. I mean, that was a very good match, very well played. I feel like that match kind of got thrown by several decisions made earlier on in the game. Could have been a little bit better. Just on the
it was a really complicated
health.
match between one pure Reno deck and one semi-Reno.
Yeah, semi-Reno deck.
Which wasn't even running Kazakus in the...
Well, that was every single card in both decks ended up being played that game, or ended up coming out in some way. Like there were no cards left in hand at the end. Wow.
Well, that was something, and we had all sweeps.
What a series to end on, though. I mean, we had Hunter, Fatigue,
Bad Hombres.
That's a...
Don't be sleeping on them.
Yeah, you don't want to underestimate those guys, because they'll come out of the gate with Hunter and Fatigue Mage, and they'll make you wish you'd never said anything bad about them on Facebook.
Well, the Bad Hombres, they play some different decks, and because of that, I'm a little hesitant sometimes to bring them on Salty Saturday, but Rogue did not disappoint, and that was very cool.
That was a good one. Well, he just brought a whole lot of honor and respect to the Bad Hombres as a whole.
Yeah, but that's gonna be it for the night. So the Bad Hombres are now up 10-9. I think there's one series left to be played that decides everything. So pretty cool.
Yeah, it's a close match, but yeah, this is that was a good Salty Saturday to come back to. I gotta say, we got a Hunter, we got a Fatigue Mage that went into 11 Fatigue. I mean, it's a good day.
Yeah, so that's all for Salty Saturday. It was quick and not quick. So yeah, thanks for everyone for sticking through the breaks and everything, and thanks JB and the Anarchist for being...
Oh yeah, always a pleasure.
Yeah, that was fun. So until next week, week 5, we'll be technically more than halfway through the season, so we'll really have a good picture of where things are at. So yeah, until then.
Yeah, see ya.